Hi everyone, welcome back to Aspergers from the Inside. You're here with Paul. I make weekly videos sharing the human side of autism, so make sure you hit subscribe to get the latest content. So today I want to share something that I have rediscovered recently that has helped me immensely in terms of dealing with executive function challenges and getting the most out of my brain, for lack of a better word. So really briefly, executive function, the best, simplest definition that I've found that is the most helpful is that executive function is your ability to make decisions and act on them. So if you're having trouble with organization, with remembering what to do, with prioritizing, with getting stuff done, making decisions in general, that's executive function. And I know I feel like I have a limited amount of decisions that I have the ability to make in a day. It's almost like a tank of, you've got 100 decisions and every decision I make lowers the tank. And when I get to the bottom, that's it. No more decisions can be made today, no matter how big or small. The other day, it was about 11 a.m. on a Monday morning, and I spent about half an hour trying to decide what to have for lunch. I needed to go shopping for the week and I needed to decide what am I going to have for lunch this week. Unfortunately, for various reasons, I've left behind my eating the same super sandwich every day routine, which was great for a long time. One of the reasons I had that routine was so that I took away one of the decisions that I had to make on a regular basis because I'd already made it in advance, eating the same thing every day. So I was so tired that even making such a simple decision, I ended up just deciding on a super sandwich for this week. It was really not that hard of a decision, but because I was so tired and because my brain had exhausted its ability for this crucial executive functioning task of making this decision, I was unable to do that for such a long time. And the reason that I was so wrecked is because I'd spent about 2 hours earlier that morning reading and responding to emails, which is one of the tasks that for me personally takes a lot of mental energy and decision making, because I'm doing so many different projects that when I get an email, I have to transition myself to who is this person? What does this person want? What project was I doing over here? And there's a lot of transition time and a lot of decision making on how do I respond. So that is a bit of background as to why sometimes executive function is a challenge, and I've sort of run out of my ability to do that. So what can I do to restore this balance, right? I've emptied my tank of decisions. How can I restore that? Essentially, my brain needs a rest to reset, recharge, and let that tank build up again. So some things that are really good for this, a power nap is really good for a brain reset for me personally. Anyway, I wake up after 20 minutes. Sometimes I sneak in 2 power naps and like 2 back-to-back 15 or 20-minute power naps. That's amazing. And when I wake up, it's like I've completely refreshed everything. So the problem though is that power naps are not just a mental exercise. Sleeping is a physical thing that our bodies need to do because our bodies are tired as well. So ironically, if I do this too much, I've slept too much and too long and too often, and I can't fall asleep, I can't have a nap, I can't sleep properly at night because I'm sleeping too much, trying desperately to refill this tank of decision-making, executive functioning skills. So what I've discovered recently that helps significantly with that is I have started going to the gym again recently. They've opened up in Melbourne after a significant lockdown due to COVID. And high-intensity exercise is a very physical thing that uses every muscle in my body and has a strong physical effect to tire me out physically, expend all of my physical energy that I just don't expend when I'm sitting at a desk answering emails, creating videos, and doing other kind of officey kind of work like that. So when my mental energy is gone all the way down, but my physical energy is still right up there, I can't just go to sleep and have a power nap and reset just my brain. My brain and body are connected, and what I found is it's really important to use up all of that physical energy so that my body is ready to go to sleep. And I can't believe how big a difference it has made just this week, starting to go back and I do what's called high intensity interval training, which is basically really high intensity for about sort of 20 to 30 minutes usually. And what I find is that by the end of that, it sets me up for the whole day. Because I've used up all my physical energy, which means if I want, I can have a power nap. I used to have a routine where I would get up at 6 in the morning, do gym from 6 till 7, come back, have a nap, and then have breakfast, and then start my day. And I'd start my day by sort of 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. And I'd already been to the gym, I'd already had breakfast, I'd already had a power nap by 9 a.m. in the morning. It was great. So I sleep so much better, and my brain resets itself so much better when I have taken care of the physical needs of my body for expending that physical energy in my case, high intensity exercise. So I thought I'd share that today. There's an integral link between our physical body, our mental health, and our emotional health. And when we take care of all of those things at the same time, they actually help each other out in significant ways. So you've probably already heard things like exercise is good for mental health, exercise is good for depression. So that's kind of more like on an emotional level. We already know that exercise is really good. And the main point of this video is that I've recognized that it helps me significantly to overcome executive functioning challenges and reset my brain so that I've got more energy and more ability to actually make decisions, get work done, and get life done, which can be a challenge sometimes when I've exhausted those resources and can't even decide what to have for lunch. So I hope you found that interesting, and tune in again for next week's video. See you later. Bye.